Ripple is about inspiration. Be inspiring, have an effect. The only tangible way to enact change on a large scale is to lead by example. It takes just one person, one action, one idea to spark interest and inspire change. One person was inspired to clean up a river, and this inspiration has evolved into an annual 325-person cleanup of the Clackamas River. The goal of the Ripple Effect has been to push these ripples of action wider, to turn recycling into an active endeavor rather than an impersonal chore. We hope that through our artistic endeavors that we can inspire creative reuse and sustainable lifestyle choices within our community.
I found the top of this rusted wheelbarrow and thought that it would make for an interesting stage for an art project. And then I laid the chain inside of it, kind of creating a rolling river. And what I like about chains is the element of the links and thinking about how this is supposed to hold something to something else and how linked together everything is.
Cleaning rivers to me is, one of the greatest things that you can possibly do. Initially, I was going to use a giant piece of steel. I was wondering how far the boundaries could be pushed for this. So I shifted gears. It was just weird. The images, the found materials, it's something that I'm really passionate about. Found materials. The images, found materials, found materials.
There was a camera recovered from the river. Nice little digital camera, had some outside rust and whatnot, but I wanted to disassemble it, not just because I wanted to use the pieces, but I really wanted to see what was inside, and it was actually amazing. There's no other word for it, but there's so many little bits and pieces. It's like this. It's like a city within a city, and all the little microchips and pieces that came out of it were so beautiful that they're just really appropriate for earrings.
I moved out to Portland about a year and a half ago now and got involved with We Love Clean Rivers last year in 2008. And I was helping out with the committee when they asked me to, as an artist, to make a sculpture out of all the trash that they collected. As an artist that works with recycled materials, I saw it as a great opportunity. Flip-flops are like the #1 material that you find in the river every year. We had about 5 to 6 trash bags completely full of flip-flops. And so I feel like we gotta make something out of that. I hope that through this art show, that this is kind of a way that people can do that. That we can, be an example or try to inspire people to reuse their trash.
I came to the Ripple Effect project because I work as a river guide in southern Utah, and I knew a fair amount of people in the river community up here, and I knew the people who were putting this project together, and they basically invited me to become involved. So I wanted to use the idea of these animals as a starting off point for making these pieces. I kind of wanted to tie the act of cleaning up the river back to the idea of creating a healthy ecosystem and using and thinking about what might inhabit a healthy ecosystem and what we're actually working towards with this project.
Taking something from the river that's been discarded by someone else and recycling that into something new has been a new experience for me and very rewarding. The materials I used from the river were some rope and caution tape. I used the materials to dictate the color palette of the painting and also dictate how the painting flowed and presented itself.
One of the largest items that was pulled out of the Clackamas River was a truck canopy, and it had 4 windows on it. I pulled one of the windows, the front window, out. We pried it out, and I've just been painting the backs, painting the fronts, etching off shapes and designs. It's very shape-based art, but I like the depth that glass gives me. I have 3 layers to work with. The way I want it to be seen is like the harmony of nature with society. A lot of possibilities. Just being able to interweave what we need with what already exists.